I've always fancied myself as being the tough guy because of my background in wrestling. And one of my sons, they wanted to wrestle, but for some reason I didn't want them to do that. I wanted to play team sports. So anyways, my one son challenges me one day. We had a family gathering and my parents had 9 children. So the extended family was like probably 50 or 60 people at this party. And so my son, Timothy, was about maybe 16 years old. He was bigger and stronger than me. He was just a bigger kid, but I always was confident I could take him because I still had that wrestling background. He didn't. So anyways, he challenges me at this picnic. I said, okay, Tim, let's go. So we face off to wrestle each other. He grabbed hold of both of my wrists and literally threw me over his shoulders, and I landed on my neck. And I said, oh my God, I can't believe this kid is that strong. And so he did beat me, even though he had no wrestling background. He was that much stronger than I was.
So the story is somewhat accurate. I think I was more 17. So I was probably still the same height as I was when I was in 8th grade. Probably 6'1", 225 at the time. And I knew my father was a wrestler, so I had a little cheat code because I knew he would dive to take me down. So I was able to sprawl. I spun around him and then I threw him over the back. He ended up hurting his neck on it, which I don't know if he told you that part. Still can't turn his head the whole way, but that is an accurate story.
I mean, I just remember all of our family was over that day and Tim was right outside the porch. They started talking about, oh, I can take you. And my dad at that point was like, there's no way you can take me. Tim essentially lifted him up and he did have him in a headlock. And my dad, I think, was ultimately embarrassed because he didn't think that was gonna happen. And he complained that he hurt his neck. And then to this day, he has neck issues. So I'm gonna say that it's Tim's fault.
There were 2 times that I recall them all fighting. So there was once we had a family cruise, and in one of the areas they had like a fake wrestling ring, and you put on the helmet and the gloves, and the kids would always challenge their dad. And I believe Tim did fight my dad there, but I think the one you're speaking of is at a family reunion in our parents' backyard in West Seneca. And yeah, Tim took him down, and my dad was very upset.